Hello and welcome back to version 3.9 beta. Well, I've been hearing and seeing people speaking how the Twilight Paladin is a lot better character than Grahnal. And well, it came to my mind, well actually let's try out both of these characters in real performance, in real combat. And well, let's see what their differences actually are. So, both of these characters are pretty much maxed out, all of them are triple S rank, and all of them have their pretty much signature gear. And let me just here switch to the signature gear again so that you can see. Alright, well, these are the stats of Bright Knight Excelsis, and these are the weapons, equipment, and pretty much skills. Everything is maxed out. Well, this character is also a new S rank in version 3.9, and Twilight Paladin is at the moment a farmable Valkyrie. You can get her for free. All you need to do is just farm the fragments and farm her until you pretty much get her. Well, this is Twilight Paladin. Let me just switch her signature gear here, and well, the Kafka full set is also really powerful. The best Valkyrie to be used against Jizo-Mitama, and well, so far she is, what I've heard so far, she's mainly used for Jizo-Mitama, and well, here I'll be using her hopefully with Jizo-Mitama in the Memorial Arena, depends on what they give us, and in Abyss to see their performance and how do they compare with one another. Well, here are the stats, and pretty much she's also maxed out, fully leveled, and of course her gear is also maxed out. A slight difference in CP, she is 3.4k while Grahnal is 3.3, almost the same. Twilight Paladin is slightly higher. Well, of course here you can see also the skills, the stats are also slightly higher for Twilight Paladin. Well then, with that being said, I think it is time to start off with the tests. Now, this is unfortunately, I didn't see Jizo-Mitama here. I was waiting for some time in the hopes of getting Jizo-Mitama, but unfortunately I didn't get him, so I had to be satisfied with Doom, and well, we will see how she will take this boss out. Now, this is the double S rank, pretty much the highest difficulty, Exalted Abyss, not Exalted Abyss, Exalted Memorial Arena, and pretty much maximum difficulty bosses. And well, she is doing a really good damage on that boss. I really like the playstyle of this character. She is playing really smooth, and her attacks are really satisfying. Well, I can definitely say that she did take out this boss a little bit faster than Grahnal during the times that I tested Grahnal out with both of the free-to-play and both of the signature gear. And well, that was a 51-second fight until the end of the second phase. Well, let's see. This is the second phase of the boss, and the first one down, we have two more. The one thing that I kinda don't like is that I am losing my combo. I'm losing my combo when they pop up their shield, and this character is pretty reliant on the combo, so that might be a slight problem, but nevertheless, so far it's going pretty good, pretty smooth. Okay, one more left in the second phase. Well, so far it's going pretty smooth. And of course, I forgot to mention, the Valkyries that I choose on the right side are mainly, I will be used for both of these characters. I tried to make them as neutral as possible. I use Himeko armor just for the shield, and I use Divine Prayer just for the health, in case I need to heal my DPSs. So pretty much that's why I took these two supports, just mainly for that. Well, 27,000 points. Okay, I could have played better. I think I was able to get 28,000. I would be able to get 28,000 with the character. Of course, she will get a rematch later on after this. But now it's time for Grahnal. Again, I am using the same lineup, same equipment, same lineup, same everything. And well, let's see how she will deal with these bosses. Now, one thing that I like Grahnal is that she can take out the shield so quickly, and also she can pretty much well, you will see what I mean. She can do so much damage to the character, to the enemy. Pretty much a huge alpha damage hit, and that's really interesting. And difference here is she is taking out the shield really quickly, and she is doing massive hits on that boss. So far, I can definitely tell you that this character did more damage in the first phase than Twilight Paladin. Really surprising result. I expected the opposite. Interesting. Now keep in mind, I don't know if other people were testing them with the only S rank, but I do it with the triple S rank. Pretty much all of them are maxed out with their maximum gear, and that was a giant 250,000 hit, and well, that was a 150,000 combo hit there. Definitely a lot more damage than Twilight Paladin. She pretty much takes them out in one shot. That was really impressive, actually. I took 2 of them out at the same time. Now this is where the area of effect damage will kick in. Okay, sorry for the weird delay. Well, I can definitely say the major difference between these two characters is that this character has a major area of effect damage, and as you can see, I pretty much took out 2 of these ghosts in the same hit, and the score there was also really interesting to see. I honestly expected a different result, but well, it doesn't matter. It is still a really nice score for both of these characters. Kind of almost the same. Grahnal definitely was slightly higher, and in most of the situations Grahnal will actually be a little bit better in mob clearing because of her superior area of effect alpha damage and overall damage that she can do within one hit, while this character is extremely effective on single enemies, and that's their major difference, since this character focuses on one enemy and Grahnal focuses pretty much on a variety. She can pretty much take out multiple enemies at once, and she can also do a lot of damage. Now in terms of DPS, well, this character has, Twilight Paladin has definitely a higher DPS, although a lot less area effect, while Grahnal has also really high DPS and also a really high alpha, but overall she is good at clearing mobs and pretty much good at these battles like these in Abyss, while Twilight Paladin will be really good against bosses. So I would say both of these characters have their usages. I like both of them. Both of them are actually really fun to play. And well, here comes the dilemma in which should you go for one or the other? Well, in my case, I don't know. I think I will go for Twilight Paladin in terms of I will get her because she is free and I just need to farm the character. While I think personally I am going to skip Grahnal, despite her being really fun to play and really overall really powerful. I think I will skip Grahnal because I mostly have already characters that can that have her role. And as for Twilight Paladin, well, again, we have really interesting results here. When she is doing a good damage to them. Keep in mind, this is Mirade, it is not Red Lotus, it is Exalted Mirade. It is a lot more difficult than the Abyss that we have in the live version, and well, so far the damage is done, and well, first wave cleared in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Well, now I will attempt to clear the first wave with Grahnal, just to see how fast do they compare in clearing those waves. And then, well, we can pretty much get the idea of both of these characters' usages and both of these characters' comparisons. Now, is one better than the other? Well, personally, I have no idea. I don't feel that they're too much far apart. Both of them are fun to play, both of them have their respective usages, and both of them are, well, they are both melee, both mechas. One of them is, however, a S rank, another one can be also farmed. So there we have the differences. Overall, I am satisfied with both of their performance. And here we can also see Grahnal's major alpha strikes. She can do over 150,000 damage with pretty much one combo upon ultimate, and with pretty much with the spear she can also do some really nasty damage. Really interesting result. And I don't know what to say about Twilight Paladin being more powerful than as Grahnal. In my case here, they are pretty much almost the same. And well, I like to play both of them. I like honestly to play both of them. They're both really fun to play characters. And look at that massive alpha strike. That's just over 150,000 damage within one strike. There we go. That was a really big hit. And unfortunately, they didn't give us Jizo Mitama for like, I think 3 days now. I've been waiting patiently for Jizo Mitama, but unfortunately he just doesn't wanna appear in Memorial Arena because Twilight Paladin shines the best over there when she's fighting Jizo Mitama. As for this character, well, that was a 350,000 critical, just saying. This character just wrecks everything. So, oof, that's, as we can see, those major hits. Like, she can do over 50,000 damage per hit within her ultimate, and we cleared it within 2 minutes and 5 seconds, 30 seconds faster than with Twilight Paladin. Really interesting result. And honestly, now when I think about it, now when I look at it, which character should people go for? Well, that's really a tough decision. I would say you should go for, like I said again, you should go for Twilight Paladin, mostly because she is free. You can farm her, you don't have to spend any crystals on her, and pretty much that's the biggest advantage of this character. As for Grahnal, is she like that much worth? Well, if you don't have any other, if you don't have any other semi, or if you don't have any other character that can replace her, then well, you can go for her, of course. But is she like totally worth it? Well, for the gameplay style, I'd say yes. But overall, just for that, overall her combat performance is also really good. But we already have characters that can pretty much cover her, so it depends. If you want to go for her, you can. Honestly, the choice is to be made by the players. In my case, since Twilight Paladin is free to play, farmable, I will go for her just because of that. And overall, I am pretty satisfied with how both of them play. I have fun to play both of them. And in Abyss, however, Grahnal proved to be a lot more effective than Twilight Paladin. In boss battles, the tides can be turned quite easily, and that depends on the lineup and on the team. Of course, I did focus this on a pure 1v1, that's why I use these teams to make the comparison as fair as possible, and that's why we have these interesting results. Okay, and this Abyss is also really tanky. Well, her ultimate is one of my favorites, by the way. It's really fun to do. I like the speed at which she can recover the combos. That's one of my favorite aspects of this character. And my favorite aspect of Grahnal is the fact that she can do massive alpha hits, and that she can pretty much impale enemies on the spear. That's something that it is really fun to do. Interestingly enough, that's one of my favorite aspects of Grahnal as well. Well, 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and it is really noticeable the differences between the DPS and alpha of these two characters. It is really noticeable, and well, that is pretty much alright. And I guess both of these characters have their usages. Now I don't know how the characters will perform on S rank. On S rank, Twilight Paladin is definitely a lot better, I think. I kinda didn't test them out on the base S rank because when I started the beta, all of them were already. I think they were already triple S rank, so I couldn't change that even if I want to. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Well, that was nice. And the finale with Grahnal. Let's see how she will take out this wave, and well, after that we can pretty much, I think, wrap things up. Okay, now pay attention to the damage, of Grahnal upon the critical hits, upon the big critical hits when she impales them. The difference is, I mean, the damage is also really high up. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 damage. Sometimes even higher. And that was a 150,000 damage bomb, almost, around 150,000. And really surprising damage that she can do. That, okay, that was I don't know that number, but that was over 250,000 now. Really interesting and really smooth to play. Okay, let's see. Well, 45 seconds in, and the first bar of the enemies is down. And we are already farming the ultimate, and we're about to get the ultimate in 1 second. And then we can pop the ultimate, and then we can continue to toss them left and right. Okay, there we go. One more evasion. There we go, nice. Now I can use the ice for some reason. Okay. And look at the damage now. That was a massive hit. Another massive hit. Another massive hit. And area damage of this character is insane. Look at that damage. That damage was insane. 1 minute and 28 seconds. This pretty much doubled the time, twice as short as it took me with Grahnal. I mean, with Twilight Paladin. My bad. Well, that was a really interesting comparison. Definitely both of these characters are really similar. Both of them have really similar clip times. The big difference is that Twilight Paladin is mostly a single enemy combatant. That means she pretty much is good at focusing a single enemy, while Grahnal can take out a group of enemies with ease with her insane alpha damage that can reach over 150,000 per combo. And I don't know, I pretty much like both of these characters, and if you have one, you don't have to go for the other, I think, but at the same time it depends from player to player. I pretty much enjoy both these characters, like I've said before, and this little test definitely shows us that both of these characters are actually really unique to one another, and both of them have really fun and interesting playstyles, which I personally like. Well, with that being said, it was my pleasure to play this for you, and this test was also, for me, really interesting to make. And well, we will see next time which two Valkyries I will compare. I am down to listen to your advices, and if you tell me what characters you wanna see, and well, I will post. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed. It was my pleasure to play this for you. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.